Welcome back, everyone. Jack with the Crichton Chronicles here with a first impressions video. Today's focus is going to be the board game Canvas. I'll give you a quick look at the box. It's kind of cool. It's got the little hanger there so you can put it on your wall like a painting, and very thematic. Nice little touch. Canvas was a Kickstarter from Road to Infamy Games, and it was kind of insta-back for us because my girlfriend's a painter. We both love drawing and art in general, and so just with the theme being you're creating a painting and performing a contest and all that stuff and just the art alone on the cards, it was kind of a no-brainer for us, and at least worth the risk to back it and support the production company and the designers. So, and finally got it to the table last weekend, and we had high expectations just because of the theme and everything, but also we had heard throughout the community and that people were really enjoying it, and so we were getting pretty amped up to try it. So and yeah, we like I said, we got it out this weekend. The components are really high quality, I feel. The plastic transparent art cards are durable. You get sleeves with the game, and those are good quality. And then even the cardboard chits of like ribbons and tokens and stuff, they're thick and nice. So yeah, all the components were really good. The only issue was, maybe not an issue, I guess it's a very little nitpick, is like the mat. It's just a cloth mat, which is a little more thematic probably, but it kind of doesn't lay flat completely, and it's kind of unwieldy, and you might think it looks kind of cheap or whatever, but I still feel like it's decent quality and everything. But that's just a little nitpick that we kind of had when we pulled it out and our thoughts of it. But otherwise, everything was good. We did splurge and got the deluxe edition, which came with all those wooden chits, came as wooden components instead, so the ribbons and the inspiration tokens, and then those were really great quality, as well as the wooden easels that you get. And they don't really have much function in the gameplay, but you can put your painting on it and reveal it to people or whatever. That's how we did it. But so yeah, it's just a nice little touch. So whether you get the retail or the deluxe, I think the components are of high quality. The game itself is really simple. One thing I noticed, it says 14 plus, and I feel like that you would be able to, I think younger kids would be able to figure it out. Maybe not too young, but a few years younger than 14 probably. I feel like the toughest part is in the game. You have objectives that are out, and as you're creating your paintings, you want to try and meet those objectives, because those are scoring objectives. So you need like 3 of one element, 2 of another element in each for your painting to score. And those things might be a little difficult maybe, but most of them have clarifications, and I think most would be able to grasp it fairly easy. So I think they were probably conservative with that, but I don't know, that's just my opinion. I don't really know, but because game wise there's only so much you can do. Basically on your turn you either take an art card or you make a painting, and that's it. Like I said, the only varying from that is, I mean, not much. It's just you're trying to score what the objectives are, and there's 4 objectives out. They all have different requirements and criteria to meet, so that's where it could be a little confusing. But yeah, other than that, that's all you do. Yeah, pick a card, you make a painting. Mechanic wise, again, that's about it. The only other thing is you'll have like 5 cards placed out in your row, and the farthest from the left is free, but each one thereafter you have to put an inspiration token out to reach the next card if you want to get a card further into the row. And it kind of is like Century Spice Road or other games that use the mechanic. You use a resource to go further out in the row to select another card further out. So yeah, it's very simple. Theme wise, for what it is, I feel like it does a good job. You're taking pieces representing what you're going to paint, and eventually you can have up to 5 cards. You'll, like I said, you either once you get to that 5 card limit, you have to make a painting. But you either, like I said, take a card, make a painting. You make that painting, and you kind of just display it, and then you score the ribbons for each objective, scoring objective out there on the board. And so yeah, I think it's just thematic. You're making paintings, so at the best way that they could represent it, obviously, and I think they do a good job with that, and the art is beautiful, and I just think that it does really well holding a theme that you're making paintings and displaying it and winning ribbons. And so it's a simple theme, and I think they do a good job at representing it. So the time to play, it says like a half hour. I think we played with 3 players. We played 2 games, 3 players, and I think they were around 20 minutes each probably. And it can go up to 5, so I'm wondering that probably would put you up to 30 minutes. The only thing is, like, it can be a little AP prone because you're looking at, you have 4 objectives, scoring objectives, and each painting, it was hard to not try to meet every single objective on your painting. So you wanted to meet all of them so you can get all the ribbons that you can, and then at the end of the game, when you have 3 paintings, you'll score the most points. And it was really hard to not try to get every single objective on every single painting met. And it proved to be difficult. So especially in the second game, I kind of found myself not worrying. I still worried about trying to like fit the pieces into like your painting, but it was more of I kind of just decided I'm not going to go for that objective, especially if I missed it after like the first painting. I was like, forget it for the most part, unless I had no other choice, and then I would. But the more ribbons you get per objective, the more points you get. So if you've kind of missed one, you're not going to get up to the other, potentially the highest max that you can for ribbon and point scoring. So I just found myself being like, forget it, I'll just focus on these other ones that I've actually accomplished something on. So, but it can be a little AP prone, like brain burny. And so, I don't know, I thought that was all right though. I like that. And I guess overall I just felt like it was a simple game that still allowed for some decision making to be made and can be brain burning. There's the issue of like, sometimes if you don't have inspiration tokens and you can't go down that track to get different art that you want, pieces, the cards, then you're stuck getting the first one in the row, and that's just is what it is. So yeah, but otherwise everybody had a good time. There's not a lot of player interaction beyond maybe you taking a art card that somebody else likes and wants, which did happen obviously, but that it's kind of like maybe Century Road too, and Splendor and stuff, where you can kind of take cards other people want, but that's pretty much the extent of any interaction. The rest was just us joking with each other and just laughing about trying to make our paintings work and being like, oh god, I can't get this to work, and you're trying to like do different arrangements of the 5 cards you have to make a painting to get the most points from the scoring objectives. And so yeah, I don't know, it was a lot of fun and really easy to teach. Like I said, you take a card, you make a painting. If you can have up to 5 cards, and then you're forced to make a painting with whatever you have and hope you can score some points and get some ribbons. But get some ribbons, I should say, and then score points at the end of the game. But yeah, so, and I feel like there's a lot of replayability because you'll have 4 objectives out, and I don't know how many there are, but there's a handful, like 10, 15 or so objective cards that can be randomly placed out. They do have like a thematic, you can do like themes they have in the back of the book that's like, have these objective cards out to kind of give like a theme. But we just did it random, both games, and it was a lot of fun. So I think that adds a lot of replayability. The cards have so much, there's like 60 art cards, and there's so much there that you can intermix with one another and make different combinations and different names. That was kind of the other thing we like doing, was like each art card has like a name depending on how you put it. It could be like Deep Dreams or whatever it is. It's kind of cool, so you can try to make different combinations. I know in one of mine I was just hell bent on, I'm going to make this be I was more interested in the title of the painting than my scoring and stuff like that. So I'm sure some people might like that too and whatnot. So I think there's enough there that will give some replayability, and just, it's a fun entry-level game that most families can enjoy. So, and I think there's a little more, like I said, the brain burning, like puzzling together, that more gamer people might like. But again, it's pretty simplistic. So I personally would recommend it. I know, like, playing it those 2 times, we decided we were going to get the expansion that was on Kickstarter at the time, and so we backed the expansion Reflections. And our other friend, he went on and he got the reprint of the original canvas and got the expansion, so because he just felt that his family really like it, and it'd be easy to teach. There's hardly any rules, and yeah. So again, overall, I thought it was a really fun game. It met our expectations. Yeah, the expansion might add even more, which is kind of nice because they have some reversible cards, which may give more options. I have some thoughts and issues on that, but I won't get into that here. But we still backed it, excited to try it. And yeah, so if you love art and painting and drawing, whatever the case might be, and it's a game with good components, it's simple. I think even younger than 14 would be able to grasp it. I just think it would be good for a family game, good entry game, gateway game. So yeah, I would highly recommend it if that's kind of your cup of tea. So yeah, that's Canvas from Road to Infamy Games. And yeah, until next time, take care.